Now let me give you another specific example. Here in Detroit, federal judge Damasio, who was very nationally recognized. I had just graduated law school, and my father-in-law at the time hit it real big in the auto industry through his mailing business. He took me down to have brunch with Damasio. And this federal judge found out I went to Pepperdine, so he made me sit next to him. And he says, well, do you know a classmate of yours by the name of Deutsch? I said, Ben Deutsch, of course I know him. He said, did you know the Deutsch family has the biggest house in Malibu? I said, yes, I knew that. And matter of fact, they have an even bigger house in Beverly Hills. Did you know that? And he said, no. I said, well, I've been to both of these houses. Well, and then he puts me on pause because during this brunch, they have about a 20-minute session set up for everybody to come in and bring him a flow of gifts. See, my father-in-law got to sit close to him because he had the best seats at Tiger Stadium. It's that simple. He was laughing about it. He always said it's always good to have a judge in your pocket. So if you think these things are limited to Macomb County, Michigan, or Detroit, or it's let me tell you, I didn't have time in this book to write about L.A. County. There's 10 million people there. The things that are going on there, or Chicago. I mean, come on, the police brutality in Chicago was so out of control, and now they addressed it on Chicago PD. Well, I do like Hank Voigt, so anyway, they do address it, and it is changing. It really is changing. But the average, I get more support as a profession from the regular street cop because they work for a living and they understand it. Now, these higher ups, come on, where else? I don't know in the world can the chief of police be caught drug smuggling, and they just go on to the next one, and to the next one, and our sheriff gets caught with rape. I mean, then his kid wins the election. It's all name recognition. That's it. That's what it's all about. That's all you have to do. See, in our county, we just had a prosecutor elected. A defense attorney is now our prosecutor. Hey, and more power to him. But he's got an Italian last name, and it's a statistical fact. There are more Italian people in our county in some sections, but there are more Polish people who vote. So therefore, Chernowski had a chance because she's a woman and she's Polish. Don't knock on either one of them, man. Um, you know, I'm not going to get prosecuted by local authorities, so I don't care. I'm, I mean, they'd probably give me an award of some kind. Anyway, I called 10 attorneys and I said they're having a meeting at such and such place. You're supposed to ante up $2,500 to get on this assignment list, or mediations, facilitations, arbitrations, things of this nature, or the court will pay you back the money you put in and then some. But it's an exclusive list. Well, what was happening is some of the lawyers started coming up to me before this meeting and dropping off checks in my office made out into my name. And I was like, I don't have nothing to do with this meeting other than making a call because the judge asked me to. I got to return your check. So meanwhile, I go to the judge and I said, hey, judge, what are you doing, man? I can't do this. And I said, what is this for anyway? Because it can't be, nobody's running against you. It can't be campaign money. No, I can make, he says, it's perfectly permissible under the court rules. And everybody says that. Nobody knows what the court rules are. So, I then went and I said to the judge, hey, you got to find somebody else. He said, what about your friend so-and-so? I said, man, come on, he's a mob guy. You know, it wasn't a really good friend of mine, but it's a mob associate and everybody knows. So they bring him in and the lawyers are giving this mob guy a check. And I don't know where they're cashing him at the party store, probably Emmett Dennis' place over in Warren. So I don't know. I don't know that to be true. So anyway, what the mob guys then did is they took their cut instead of their tribute, they cut it in half. So they raised $25,000 for a 10-minute meeting. So that would average out to $75,000 an hour. And for what? A couple of these guys, I understand, got paid back, and the rest of them didn't. And that's called a Ponzi scheme. Hey, thanks for taking the time out of your day for watching this video. Please be sure to like this video and to subscribe to the channel for more videos.